wretched slugs. Don't any of you have the guts to pray for blood? I'm your huckleberry.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here in the shop today with my Palmetto State Armory PA-10 rifle in 308. Wanted to do another camo tutorial, and this one I think I'm going to try to do the Riptile camo in woodland colors. The paints I'll be using today is Krylon Olive Drab, and then I've got Rust-Oleum Earth Brown, Tan, and Flat Black. I think I'm going to pretty much paint the entire rifle. I'm probably going to go ahead and paint the scope too. This is a Vortex Viper 2.5 to 10. I'm debating on painting the mount. I'm probably going to take the mount off. I'm definitely going to mask off my barrel because I don't want that painted. And I'm going to take the rubber butt pad off of this stock. I don't want to get paint on that rubber. I've already removed the bolt carrier and the charging handle. This is a rubberized grip, so I'm probably going to take this off as well. I may swap it out with a regular one. We'll see how that goes, and I'll paint that if I do. I am going to paint the magazine. I'm going to take the trigger out and the safety selector switch, but everything else is getting painted. So give me a few minutes to disassemble, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. So I went ahead and stripped everything down, masked off the barrel. On the end here, I've got it suspended by a zip tie so I can hang this up when it's drying. I went ahead and extended the stock to its fullest position. I took the safety out. I did end up switching this grip out for a hard plastic grip because I do want to paint it. I've got my handguard prepped as well. Everything has been scuffed up with Scotch-Brite and then sprayed down with Brake Clean. Then sprayed off with the air compressor and wiped down with alcohol. So at this point, what I'm going to do is give everything a base coat of tan, and then I'll be back to show you, what we're going to do after that. All right, everybody, I'm back. So now we have let the Krylon tan cure for a few hours. We've went ahead and coated everything that we're going to paint tan in tan. It's the handguard tan under there. I'll explain that in a minute. And then over there, you can see I've got the scope. It's actually sitting on a bottle. I've got a pretty long sunshade on it. So it's sitting on a bottle clamped in the vise. The scope itself is not clamped. So I know doing this pattern, the hardest thing to do is make sure that this netting stays tight. So this is a thing I came up with. And the way it works, I've got the netting clamped, and then I've got one board that keeps it tight. So I lay the piece under it, pull the netting over it, and then I'm going to take this board, and I'm going to pull the netting tight and slide the board up to it. And the theory is that should keep the netting nice and tight while I do my overspray and hopefully give me a pretty good pattern. So I'm going to try that on all these pieces, and then I'll let you guys see the next step. Alright, so I'll be honest, this part was a little nerve-wracking, but it turned out okay. So what I did is just stretch that fabric over it, and I used these weights and stuff to pin it down in different areas so I could get a tight stretch. And then I was able to get a pretty cool pattern. And what you're going to do, the whole thing doesn't have to turn out awesome. You're just going to pick the spots that look the best to you, and that's the part you're going to use for your next part when you do the rips. But yeah, just a light dusting of black through the net. I'll see if I can get a video of me doing the other side since I've got somebody else out here. If I'm being honest, I kind of forgot I had a tripod. Alright, so I'm going to take some different items that have some weight to them. Use this board down here. Take this weight. Put it down there on that end. Something right there. Let's see. Okay. So that pulls it in different areas. That's my black. That's khaki. We'll put that there. I'm not going to need that right now. Alright, and then what I'm going to do Just going to take the black. And walk around to the other side. Catch it from the other angles. Try not to get too close to that, because I haven't done the stock yet. Alright, let's see how bad that turned out. Hopefully I'll have enough black, because I am running low. Boom. Happy with that. So now we're going to slide that down. And I'm going to do the same thing just on the stock. Slide that a little further. Not too far. I don't want it to fall off the table. Pull that. Cinch that down. Grab a weight. If I get a little overspray on my weight, I really don't care. Let's see, it's heavier. And you can also use your hand if you're not afraid of a little bit of paint. Okay. Come back here. Okay. Let's see how that turns out. Boom. Alright, I'm happy. Alright, now I'm just going to hang this back up, let it dry, and then I'll start laying some stencils down. But I'm pretty happy with how that's coming so far. Alright, I'll be back for the next step. Alright, here's where we're at with everything. I'll try. Maybe that'll help. My camera's having a really hard time picking this pattern up. But not too bad, I don't think. Definitely got that kind of snakeskin mesh vibe. Here's the scope. And the handguard. Alright, so now I'm just going to let those dry and then I'll start making stencils. Alright, well sorry it's terrible lighting, but we've gotten late into the night doing this. So, I've got all my stencils laid out. That is the handguard. Here I've got the rifle. Done on both sides. And the scope. The scope mount I did paint, but I just painted it OD. And I just want to point out I did mask off the lenses, the adjustment knob, and the sunshade is filled with plastic bags, so there's no paint getting in there. Alright, so now I'm just ready to spray this final coat of OD, and then we'll see how it looks. Let's cross our fingers. Maybe it'll turn out cool. Alright, I'll see y'all when we're done. Alright, just finished the final coat of color, olive green. Specifically, that is Woodland Camo olive. It's my favorite of the camo greens. The Riptile one is too dark. So now everything is sprayed. I did 2 coats of green. And now I just have to wait for it to cure so I can peel these stencils and peel the stencils, and then I've got a bunch of paint pens in different sizes I'm going to use to outline the rips in the pattern. And then I've got some, I want to say it's Rust-Oleum Ultra Dead Flat. It's called Dead Flat Clear Coat. I'm going to give that a try. All right. Wish me luck. Let's see how this thing turns out. All right, and here we are after the unmasking. Again, I'm sorry my camera quality kind of sucks at night. And it's still having a hard time picking up that pattern. But this is what it initially looks like after unmasking. And this is what it looks like after I take a paint pen and outline it. So I think it comes out a lot nicer. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and just take the paint pen and do all my outlining. I feel like that would be boring to watch, so I'm not going to make you sit through that. And I'll come back after I'm finished. This is it. This is the Palmetto State Armory PA-10 in Woodland Riptile Camo. I was able to do this, like I said, with Krylon khaki. I'm sorry, that was Rust-Oleum khaki, Rust-Oleum flat black, both in camo paints. And then I used Krylon olive drab. I like that one better. I did notice the Krylon has a little bit of a sheen to it. It's more of a, it's really, you could see it. It's almost like a metallic green, which I like. And when I unmasked it, I did notice that the flat on the tan was way flatter. But after I did the outline of the rips with the paint pen, I went ahead and just sprayed everything with Rust-Oleum Dead Flat clear coat. And I like that. It gave it a nice, consistent sheen. It's not shiny. It kind of looks factory to me. The camo netting, it didn't turn out quite as well as I hoped it would, but I'm still cool with it. I think it looks pretty good. But yeah, so that is my tutorial on how to do Woodland Riptile Camo with a rattle can. All right, hope y'all liked it. Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all be safe out there. This is my Palmetto State Armory PA-10 in 308. This was my first time doing the Woodland Riptile Camo with a rattle can. Fucking I say camel.